trainers, travelers, and battlers. You know what it is, Jake Devin, back at it with another video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe if you feel my vibe. As you can see, we're going to be going up in some practice battles here up against the PokeAK. Again, the one, the only. We're going to be doing some regionals meta. My regionals is coming up in a few days here, coming this Saturday. Now, one mistake we kind of made, I guess, is when we went to battle each other, we didn't show each other what our current team of 6 was.
Bruh.
And I guess that's kind of good because I don't really have a solid team of 6 at this point. 3 Pokemon I know obviously are for sure going to be on my team of 6 are Medicham, Skarmory, and Azumarill. I'm going to go ahead and say Venusaur is definitely going to be on the lineup of 6 as well with Vine Whip. I previously, again, was using Razor Leaf, but that wasn't working out so well. I mean, it can come in clutch, but Vine Whip's going to be preferable. It's going to give you a broader coverage against the meta. Now, when we're going through these battles and I'm doing these videos, I really just like to do commentary on the battles themselves and why I make what choices I make when I make them and why I shield when I shield and don't shield, etc. So we're going up here in the first matchup against the Bastiodon with the Venusaur. It's a good thing we have the Vine Whip because we're able to get to this Frenzy Plant super quick. I don't think he blocks this first one. That's right, he doesn't. That brings that Bastiodon down to half health after another Vine Whip. This is going to be Flamethrower. I don't know what else it would be, so we're going to go ahead and shield up at this point because if he does not swap out, we're going to get that Frenzy Plant off and cause a hurting unless he, invests in using another shield. So he swaps out to this Lugia here. He's definitely running extra sensory Sky Attack, and I think he has Hydro Pump too from what I remember, but the Azumarill is going to be pretty tanky. Lugia is going to be tanky as well. The thing is, Lugia is not going to have anything super effective to Azumarill, even though he has Sky Attack, which is busted. But we're going to go straight for the Ice Beam there and do what we can against the Lugia. This is kind of like tank versus take. They're both super bulky, but at this point, I feel like I've gotten my due investment out of Azumarill with the Ice Beam against the Lugia, so I'm not going to shield that. There's no point. I probably would have died after a few more extra sensories anyway. And we have the Skarmory that we can bring out that's going to be taking not very effective damage from that Sky Attack that he had going up. So he did bring out the Bastiodon. That's the right choice at that point, but now he's got no shields left, and we have the Frenzy Plant. I'm sorry, he did have a shield left.
Bruh.
We have the Frenzy Plant and another one ready to go anyway. In this case, we're going to be getting off the Sludge Bomb against the Medicham. It does a lot of damage. It's not enough, obviously, to KO it, but it's going to do a good amount of damage and set us up here in a second for our Skarmory that we're going to have coming out, which has a Sky Attack good to go. Now, Medicham can still be a good matchup against Skarmory, dealing that neutral damage with its fighting moves. So I don't want to try and charge farm too much. Here's this was actually kind of clutch. He was able to get off a Flamethrower against us, which did not KO us all the way. We were left with a little bit of HP and were able to get off that Flash Cannon to get rid of the Bastiodon and to give us that win. So that is one thing. I mean, if you are going to run Skarmory, if you can afford it, you definitely want to have Flash Cannon as the additional second charge move for that purpose right there. That was like the perfect example. That's exactly what you need to be running Flash Cannon for. Also, it helps a little bit with the mirror match and some other matchups as well. Typically, you're just going to go for Sky Attack for the heavy neutral damage because it's going to be lower energy. Sky Attack's definitely a more energy efficient move, but having that Flash Cannon, as you can see, is definitely going to be worth the investment. Again, if you can't afford it. I want to basically just switch up my lead at this point. That's typically what I like to do is switch up the lead because, I mean, really, using Azumarill, Venusaur, and Skarmory, it's, I mean, Azumarill's a great counter to Medicham, but the rest of the team potentially can be pretty scared of Medicham. So I was hoping to catch him with the Medicham lead with my Azumarill, which he didn't. He ended up leading with Skarmory. That's okay. We're not too scared of Skarmory. It can, definitely win in the right scenario, but we have this Ice Beam, which is going to be able to deal neutral damage. Don't use the Play Rough against the Skarmory. The Skarmory is going to resist it. That's going to be a waste. I'm still running just the Play Rough and the Ice Beam at this point. I've seen a lot of people have some success with Hydro Pump, like I said in my last video. I really, at this point, I haven't felt the need to run Hydro Pump. It's never, I never have been like,
oh man, I wish I had Hydro Pump for this scenario. Like,
almost every time I'm like, okay, it's a good thing I kept play rough, or it's a good thing that I kept Ice Beam. That's just how it's gone for me. It could have gone different from other people, but you see there, he was able to get off the Hydro Pump against the Skarmory with his Lugia. I was kind of surprised that it did not do more damage than it did. I felt like it should have definitely done a little more than what we saw a second ago, but we're just going to go for the Sky Attack for the general damage coverage against the Lugia here. We actually were trying to bait a little bit because we'd already farmed up some energy at this point, so now we're going for the Flash Cannon to get the KO, and it kind of worked out for us. So whatever he's bringing out next, I don't want to switch immediately. We had a little bit of lag there. I should have gotten off an Air Slash. I'm not exactly sure what happened with it. It might have been the notifications coming through. So GG's to the notifications. I'm so bad at that. I always forget to turn them off before I record, but whatever. We're going to bring out the Medicham, even though it's going to be taken super effective. I want to get that neutral damage off quick, and then I'm going to do a super quick swap over to Azumarill because I know I have that Ice Beam ready to go, which is going to be able to get rid of his Skarmory since he's got no shields left. That's kind of a risky strategy, to be honest with you, but, you know, it ended up working out for us, so it is what it is. You know, next level plays, guys. Next level. He's got the Medicham. He should be going for the Ice Punch here. Nope, he went for the Power Up Punch. You definitely want to be using the Ice Punch if you can against another Medicham. It's going to have general... There you go. He did it right there. It's going to offer more general damage. It's going to do more damage than Power Up Punch will. Even though Power Up Punch is going to get you powered up, it's not really going to make that much difference, in my opinion, at least so far, in a Medicham versus Medicham mirror match. You know, it doesn't ever... I don't feel like it ever really pays off enough. Go for the Power Up Punches, obviously, you know, against the Skarmory, the Azumarill potentially, and some other things. But, you know, if you can get the neutral damage versus not very effective damage, that's typically what you're going to want to go for, especially in a mirror match. So I forget what I ended up leading with. I don't think I ended up leading with the Azumarill again. I wanted to switch it up. Maybe we did. We just kept it exactly the same lead. Because I'd switch. No, I think I did keep it. Yeah, we did. It's because I think he knows at this point, we battled with PokeAK a few times, that he knows I like to switch my leads up, so I just kept it in the same thing. We have kind of a repeat scenario from the last time. Maybe he thought I was going to open up with Medicham this time, or even go back to the Venusaur, but nah! We're coming in with the Azumarill. I go straight for the Ice Beam. That was good switch timing on his part, because now we wasted that energy on his Azumarill. Bruh. And look at that. You know, at this point, our Azumarills are kind of even on damage, and we kind of wasted all our energy. So that was a very good, very well-timed swap by PokeAK. GG's to that. Good job, man. But we're going to go for the Play Rough. Definitely just use the Play Rough against the Azumarill in the mirror match. If you're running Hydro Pump, I really haven't looked into how effective Hydro Pump is in a mirror match with no shields. You know, when it comes to Azumarill versus Azumarill, it might do more damage than Play Rough. I'm really not sure. That's something I'll definitely want to look into after I get this video uploaded. But at this point, I didn't want him to get another Play Rough off and then KO us. So I wanted to get as much damage as I could off, because I didn't want to have to invest in another shield right now just to win that mirror match. That's not what I wanted to do. It's not worth the investment. So we're just going to bring in the Medicham, since we know he used his energy, and we're going to just counter it out of the sky here, and we're going to have some charge moves ready to go. He does bring out the Skarmory. I'm definitely going to shield that Sky Attack. I don't want that to happen. No, not today. We're doing good so far. We want to take another win, so we're going immediately for the Power-Up Punch with neutral damage against the Skarmory. Then we bring out our Skarm for the mirror match. Now, I do want to charge up a little bit because I potentially want to go for a Flash Cannon, but he ends up swapping out, trying to be sneaky again, getting into the Medicham. So I ended up going for the Sky Attack just by instinct. He gets off a Power-Up Punch here as well, but we have the Sky Attack pretty much ready to go. So I don't want to charge farm too much at this point, because, you know, Medicham just being so OP can KO us if we let it go too long and potentially get another Power-Up Punch. We know he's only got this other Skarmory left. It's going to KO us with this Sky Attack when it gets it off. But we have this other Medicham ready to go, and he's low enough on health at this point, and I'm high enough on health. This Sky Attack's not going to kill me. I'm going to get the counter off. Then we're going to get straight to that Power-Up Punch there and end that match. So that's going to be GG's to PokeAK. Again, next time, man, let's do the showing the team of 6 thing so it can be a little more realistic. He was trying out the Lugia. Didn't work out so much. You know, let's do it better next time. But that's it for this video, guys. So GG's to the battles and GG's to the video, because it's over. Moving forward, I think I'm just going to do some more regionals meta until my regionals tournament. And then in my tournament as well, I'm going to do as much coverage as I can. And I'm really excited for it. You know, I'm really excited to share my experience with you guys and how it went. Whether I win or whether I lose, I want to do some commentary videos on the regionals meta itself and the regional cup tournament and how it goes, so that when you guys are able to watch it, you get a good feel for it, and maybe hopefully it can, help you do a little better in your regionals tournament. So yeah, we'll see you next time.